Welcome to the OUTcast. I'm Andrew Duster of Outrider Productions, and this week I'm going to be reviewing Marvel Studios' Mighty... Alright, his is bigger than mine. Thor, starring Chris Hemsworth, Natalie Portman, Anthony Hopkins, and directed by Kenneth Branagh. I'll say off the bat that I'm pretty biased when it comes to this movie. I'm a former intern of Marvel Entertainment, and I'm a huge fan of superhero films, so I went into this with some pretty high expectations and was not disappointed. Some people were concerned about Branagh's ability to direct a film like this just because he is typically known for his Shakespearean work.
The dread of something after death. The undiscovered country.
Thor's story is kind of similar to Hamlet's in that he comes from this kind of strange family and he is hungry for power, so Branagh knew what he was getting into, and probably the thing people were most concerned about him working on was the action sequences, and the fight scenes were awesome, and he did a really good job of developing the character throughout the film. From a critical standpoint, at times, it got a little choppy here and there, but there were some scenes that were just so great, and the development of the characters made up for it completely. Without ruining the plot, basically it does tell the origin story of Thor starting from when he's a kid leading up to modern day. And so you get to see Thor at home on Asgard, you get to see him fighting the ice giants, and then you get to see him cast to Earth and losing his powers. There were some things Branagh took liberties with, and I think his choices translated better to film. Thor's alter ego as Donald Blake is changed quite a bit, but there's homage paid to that during the film that I think hardcore fans will appreciate. You get to see Agent Coulson and members of S.H.I.E.L.D. You get to see another Avenger, Hawkeye, played by Jeremy Renner, and he's in there for just a brief moment, but it's really cool getting to see him for the first time. As always, make sure you stay after the credits. I think Thor is pretty important when it comes to superhero movies and Marvel movie franchises because he's a more obscure character and more casual fans aren't very familiar with him. So the success of this film is a really great thing and means that people are willing to check out a character that they're not quite so familiar with and probably be willing to check out other more obscure characters in the future. And if The Avengers is as good as we all hope it's going to be, I really hope that Marvel considers making movies that do more crossovers between superheroes and eventually even start telling the stories of some of their major events like Secret Wars, Infinity Gauntlet, Secret Invasion, Civil War. There's a lot of stories from them to choose from that would make really awesome, epic films. I really recommend checking out Thor. Easily one of my favorite superhero movies already, so I really enjoyed this movie. If you want to do some homework ahead of time, or if you like the film and you want to learn more about Thor, right now Marvel's got a lot of comics out that can teach you all about him. This one is the Mighty Thor saga, which is free actually, so if you go to your local shop you can pick this one up, but it tells you a brief history of Thor's entire lifetime in the Marvel Universe. And there's a lot of other comics that they have to promote the film that are out right now too, so check those out. So thanks for watching. Keep checking out writercomedy.com, and hopefully I'll have some reviews out in the next couple of weeks for Pirates 4, then Hangover 2, and there's a pretty big movie every single Friday in the month of June, so keep your eye out for those. So thanks again for watching, and guess I'm gonna go bang stuff now.
I watched as he shouted.